Hey, what's up, everybody? WWE Hall of Famer, The Godfather here, and you're watching Grown Man Record Night. So let's everybody get aggressive and get on the Ho train.
Mm-hmm. Oh, serious right there. Just stop. Oh, hey everybody, welcome to Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate you joining us on this very special birthday episode of, you still shaving over there, Jay?
There's a lot going on here.
A lot going on. Jay's over there shaving. That's right, folks. It's old Mr. Banana's birthday. Celebrating over here this evening. Trying to do things the right way. Welcome Steve Fever back to the program, who's not been here in a little while. Steve, what's been going on with you?
You know.
World traveler. Yeah. We'll get into that in just a minute.
Sure.
Wanted to let everybody know there is a new chip sheet out. New year, new chip sheet. Our good buddy Sweet Steve come up with a brand new edition of the chip sheet. It's down in the description, in the YouTube description. Click on that and check out all the status tips we've got. We've got a and I've got a tip of the year in front of me. I didn't really wait past your input on the things we've previously mentioned. We've got a different one. These are my tips. We should have, Party has taken major hits. Whoa. No mics. Kachonga. Yep. Hey, Jay, cut that off. Hold up.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4. Check. Chicken check. Chick chow.
Got it. All right. Buffering. Who's buffering? Bruce buffering? Yeah. 1 2 3. Check. 1 2 3. What's going on here? Beats player. You guys don't hear the music? I mean the Chuck? We should be getting so bad mics. Bad mics? You guys give me some feedback here. mic mixer input. Yeah, we have this problem sometimes. This is weirdo. No, the other one, the mic mixer.
The mic mixer.
Yep, it's where that goes into the board. That input's wonky. Now hopefully whoa, 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 whoa.
Yo.
No.
Yo.
Check, check, check. It's really hot. Why am I still hearing?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What should the mic gain be on the board?
It's where it was. I mean,
Wow.
it should be fine. I don't know why I'm not hearing this on the. No, that sounds better right there.
Does it?
Yeah, much better. All right, we're back. Everybody calm down for Christ's sakes. We know what the fuck we're doing here. All right.
All right, can I get on with this so I don't keep the bit my mustache over here?
Yo.
No.
Yo.
All right, everybody, we'll just freeze. Check. No, it messed up when you sat down.
What?
Yep.
I didn't do anything but sit down. That sounds good. What should the mic gain be on?
That's you're way behind. We're back. Everybody, calm down. Is it still messed up? It just went out again. Stand up, Steve. Hey Jay, cut that off. See if that's interfering.
No, it
Shouldn't be interfering. Stand up, Steve.
Stand up.
Because it literally cut out when you said, yeah, it's like you sat.
No, it was on for just a second while it was sitting, and then it went out.
And that shouldn't affect mine either.
No.
So do that same thing again. Oh my God, of all the nights. Chuck Charlie. That sounds good right there. Yep, that's it. Walk away. Walk away. Walk away.
I'm going to sit down really gingerly.
Gingerly sit, Steve.
And
Nobody touch anything ever.
I'm going to give you 2 words. Contact cleaner.
Yeah. No, I think it's actually the other input because I did this test. That's how we get that.
There too.
That
Contact cleaner.
That well, that thing's like 80 years old. All right. So anyway, back to the get some beats going again. Sorry, everybody.
Hold on.
Walk away.
I'm going to sit down really gingerly.
That's way behind.
I know.
Way behind. Nobody touch anything ever. Like I said, thanks to Trish for doing the chip sheet for us. Sweet tea. It's on the it's on the thing. You can check it out. Special thanks to our top shot, Aaron Griffin, who not only is our top donator on the show, as I put things over top of things. Well, I'm just all over the place tonight. Like I said, thanks to Trish for doing the. But also did us a little best of year-end video that we're going to play at the end of the show tonight. We're trying to keep things moving along because it's a nice. It's a nice 16-minute best of video from the year. So all the best stuff. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. That's going to be at the end of the show. I didn't want to take a chunk out of the beginning here to do that. So so stay tuned for that. What other kind of housekeeping shit have I got? Steve, tell us everybody about where you've been and what's been going on with you.
Hey, did I send you some pictures?
You did.
Okay. Did you do it? Did you bring them in?
I've got them.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready to go that way.
So for Christmas this year, only reason we went during this time is that's the only time everybody seemed to have off. So
thank you, Shane. Glad, man.
We all went to Guatemala. My family with my father-in-law and his wife, we all flew down to Guatemala for a week. Guatemala is where we adopted my oldest daughter, and it's the first time we've been back in 14 years since we adopted.
Very cool.
And we got to go places we didn't get to go before, and I wanted to do more, but just just wasn't enough time. And
Ian Wizard One, thanks for joining us, baby.
so the first place we went was beautiful colonial town. It happens to be like, it was formerly the center of Central America at one point. It's one of the oldest cities. It's called Antigua.
Oh.
And you have a picture of it there you might show.
Boom.
Yeah, this is Antigua in Guatemala. It's probably about 30 minutes or 30 miles outside of Guatemala City, but it takes like an hour to get there just because of traffic. It's surrounded by 3 volcanoes, and you can see one of them right there. Apparently,
Surrounded by something else too.
one of these volcanoes goes off about every 50 years, so they've had to rebuild this town a lot. It's a beautiful town. There's no paved roads. Everything is cobblestone. And as you can see, there's some little curb action there.
There is a little curb action going on there.
They paint all their curbs red, I think.
Paint the curbs red.
Smart people.
Is this a close-up of the curb?
No, well, this was in Guatemala City. I think someone.
Happy New Year, not John.
This is probably an amateur job curb.
Oh, it's amateur, baby.
And this is another shot back in Antigua of one of the other volcanoes that was actually spewing some steam the whole time we were there,
Ooh,
which was kind of
I don't know
interesting.
if I care about that.
Yeah, it was cool though. It was really cool, beautiful town, and
Rugged.
probably my best curb shot.
That's rugged and raw,
is
baby.
This here in Guatemala City.
Ooh, look how rugged and raw that
Yeah,
is.
that's rugged raw. That's good curb right there.
That's some good curb action.
And I like that they give you red as a warning of like the curb here, dude. And here's a nice,
What the hell is this?
beautiful pothole. That's,
Oh, boy. It's like a donut somebody filled back in.
it is.
Or
It
something.
is. I'm not sure how they made that. That's
Boom,
they
hockey.
probably made it and then just chiseled it out. I don't
So what
know.
else y'all do down there? Like, just hung around?
Hung around, ate some great food, threw up, and had the shits for about 8 hours. They celebrate Christmas Eve. They fire fireworks off all
Oh,
night.
okay.
So while I was throwing up, somebody threw a big old thing of fireworks right on top of the roof, right above me, and it sounded like the building was going to collapse as
Oh.
I was puking my guts out. So,
Fair enough.
but I did even venture to a record store when I was in Guatemala City.
Oh, very cool.
That was a little adventure on its own. I got caught there after dark, but yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you do what you can.
Just act like you belong, man.
Yeah, I look like just one of the guys.
I'm a CIA agent. What do you want to do? You ever seen Jack Ryan? Wait a minute.
But we did get to visit with my daughter's foster mom,
Wow.
and she invited
cool.
us all to her house on Saturday before we left for a typical Guatemalan dinner, and it was one of the best meals.
Now, she wouldn't have been old enough to remember her.
No,
She was like baby. Right?
one of the best meals I've ever had. I mean, it was amazing.
That's awesome.
So
Man.
yeah, it was a good trip. And I brought some chips and soda back.
You brought a lot of chips and soda back.
Well, I brought a lot of chips, and I tried to get some sodas. I got one out, and then 2 of them was in my carry-on. I couldn't bring those, and I was like, "But I got this show." And the guy's like, "Well, you can drink them here." And
Did you
I'm
chug them?
like, "That's not part of the show."
You should have filmed you chugging them in the
Right,
airport.
I should have.
Yeah, if our audio dips out, somebody leave us a chat message. We're dealing with stuff here. You know, this past year we
A lot of chips, and I tried to get some sodas. I got one.
these really good Blue Note reissues have come out. The Blue Note 80 stuff and the Tone Poet series. They're going to continue that into 2020, including Duke Ellington's Money Jungle, which has got Mingus and Max Roach, Herbie Hancock's My Point of View, Duke Pearson's Latin Influence, The Phantom. The first 2 ones are going to be Hank Mobley's 1957's Poppin'.
Did you say Blue Note?
Yeah, and Stanley Turrentine's 61 Coming Your Way in January. And they're going to drop off 2 new albums each month of
Who
the
owns
year.
Blue Note now?
I don't know.
Didn't somebody pick that up? A bigger company? I don't know.
But very high praise on those reissues from this past year. So looking forward to hearing some more of these come out and some more collectory Blue Notes that sound good for a decent price. Yeah, John says Tone Poet's freaking legit killer sound. Yeah, that's what we've heard, man. So nice to see some quality reissue stuff out on the market. But
Oh, he said Don Was runs it now. Don
Oh.
Was from.
I thought he was saying
Was-
Don Juan.
From,
Like
from Was Not Was, the producer. That's cool.
at first, I thought he was saying Don. Since John is on here, he was saying Don runs it, and then I thought he was saying
No, it's
Don
Don.
Juan's.
Don Was
But
from L.A.
I'm making all kinds of stuff up here. I'm doing the best I can. This is the best I can do.
He's barely hanging on. We give him credit for doing that. I didn't know we were going to have a show.
Content's king, baby. Never turn your back on comedy. Let's see. I'll skip to all that. You want to talk about Neil and your what we played?
My what?
We'll save it for what we played. Let's get into what we played.
You want to do that?
Yeah, and then we'll do that, and then do your top of.
Okay. That's fine.
Because Steve, last week I did my top albums of the year, and then I did a top
Five.
of the decade. It was a very hastily made list. I was struggling, admittedly, last week. I'm a little better this week.
Just a little.
Just a little. That's all you need to be. So, not doing any shots tonight. I am drinking some very nice bourbon whiskey here, though. Sipping on it like a grown man does, because it's my birthday. And that's what birthday men do. They sip on fine whiskey and throw quarters at whores. I made that last one up.
What?
One of my favorite records of all time, Low Blows, an anthology of Chicago harmonica blues. Play this all the time, and it was kind of up around the turntable. I'm like, it's my birthday. I want to hear one of my favorite records. Boom, there we go. Pink Champagne's one of the best harmonica songs ever. Fight me about it. Really enjoy this record. I owned it on cassette when I was a kid, and that's why I always go back to this. It's very nostalgic for me. Me and Jay I told Jay to grab something this evening and put something on, and he grabbed Pink Floyd's Animals, and me and Jay both probably concluded our favorite Floyd. Steve, what do you think? What's your favorite Floyd?
This is definitely up there.
It's up there for
It's
sure. I
definitely
do
up
like the
there.
early stuff now too. Ooh, I went down the wrong way.
Yeah, this might be my favorite. I don't.
Now
They
I
all
think it's a
have,
lot of people's favorites.
they all have a special place in my heart.
Record night staple, Gary McFarlane's Soft Samba. Love Gary McFarlane here, legendarily known for having a cocktail recipe on the inside of this LP.
It's your crime.
Is or isn't?
It's known for that.
You think that's what poison was in?
There it is. Read that off, Steve. Soft Samba cocktail.
The Soft Samba cocktail. Pour 2 ounces of dry Spanish sherry over 2 ice cubes in an old-fashioned glass. You got an old-fashioned glass right there.
Oh, it's old-fashioned, baby.
Add half an ounce of tropical fruit juice or pineapple juice, which I guess pineapple, would that not be tropical fruit juice? Add a dash of Angostura bitters. So it's bitters, tropical juice, and sherry.
And more importantly, look at this picture of Gary McFarlane right here. I mean, what else you want for record night, folks? And it's on the Black and Silver Verve, my favorite label. And interestingly enough, if you guys don't know the lore, Gary McFarlane was poisoned. That's how he died. He was freaking poisoned. That's just nuts. I asked Jay to grab a record off the shelf after that. Pulled some Grim Reaper, See You in Hell.
Well, this was a suggestion by you.
Yeah, I'd thought about this record earlier in the week.
Okay.
Jay and I know this from being on Beavis and Butthead, and they said, this dude's fat. Shut up, fatso.
Steve Grimmett.
Yeah. And, Michael Cron, drop the, your joke in chat. He said when they were doing the Ice Bucket Challenge, drop your anecdote again in chat, and I'll read it off. I don't want to mess it up. While you're doing that, just you guys remember the Grim Reaper anecdote that he's going to drop. Steve played this. I had this in the news, but since Steve played this record, I figured I'd let him tell you who this cat was and why he played this record.
Oh, yeah. So I saw in the news this week that M.L. Richards had died, and most of us don't know M.L. Richards. On this album, which is The Spirit of 1976, he plays the vibes. He's a percussionist out of Hollywood. He was one of these guys that worked on TV and film, probably in Hollywood.
Most notably for Monty Python
Percussionist.
stuff, right?
Most notably, he's the guy going on the Addams Family theme.
Oh, that's right.
Bar, 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 bar. Bar, 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 bar. That's him. So his snap is more famous than anything, I guess, for him. But
This was a good record.
I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know M.L. Richards' whole life story.
He did stuff with
But
the Pythons.
I picked
and,
this up one. I saw a Vibes player, and it looked kind of out there because the name of the record's M.L. Richards and the Microtonal Blues Band. I thought, a microtonal blues band. I can't go wrong with that.
No, not at all.
It's on Impulse, and it's not from 1976. I forgot what year it was.
Oh, here we go. Steve, I'll have you read this off.
The Steve. So the during the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yep.
Steve Grimmett challenges Steve Grimmett to the KFC Bucket Challenge. Michael Cron says this was a dumb parody article he wrote at the time.
I think that's fucking hilarious.
It's great.
Man. That's just great. That's what it's all about right there. I'm losing my voice. Jay snuck this one in on me. Since it's my B-Day, Jay snuck in a little White Album, Say It's Your Birthday. Threw it on there. So, yeah, happy birthday to me. You know, I picked this up this past year. I was really stoked to have picked
So
up
it looks
that
like
White Album.
this your White Album has all the posters
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, it's VG,
All the-
according to him, but it's 1970 pressing with all the posters and shit.
All the photos in the poster.
Yeah. Is it 1970s? Is that what he
Yeah,
said?
1970.
You pulled this one out, Steve.
Yeah, I took a bunch of records over to Ed McKay just to get rid of because I was cleaning up my basement and I had a bunch of shit that I'd never listened to, and I had a bunch of country records I'd taken over there too, and they took a lot, but they didn't take a lot, and I think the reason they didn't take them is they just needed to be cleaned, and so
like-
I
Do you have any doubles, my kid?
I decided, you know what, I'm going to listen to these records that I took over there and they rejected, and most of them I really liked after I listened to them and cleaned them up. And so this one, Porter Wagner, the Carroll County Accident on RCA Victor. And the reason I wanted to play, I just played one song off here called King of the Cannon County
That was a good song, man.
Hills. And I just loved it. It's some line about the hippies got their LSD.
Yeah.
And whatever.
It was good stuff.
It was good. So.
He also came up with it. And this is a Funkadelic that I don't have. It's a best of the early years.
Yeah, it's an
Volume
early
1.
compilation of
This is really good.
Funkadelic stuff.
A lot of tunes that I don't have on other records, it seems like.
I have a lot of these records, but all the records I have, all my Funkadelics are so beat up that,
That happens.
yeah. This came out in 74. No, it didn't.
Liar.
I don't know what year. 77 maybe?
Steve's a damn lie.
Yeah. Anyway. It's good.
Whoa, whoa. Jay didn't hand me that last record.
There's more. No, there's more.
No?
Yeah. No?
There's
No.
one more.
There's no record?
Hand me that sleeve up there.
But,
Just clean. Hey, show everybody your clean shave and stick your
oh,
mug
I
in front
took
of
it away.
Different again.
Stick your mug down there, Jay. Look at there. This was Christmas present from the fiance, Volker X. We talked about it last week, and played both sides tonight because it's one of my favorite finds of this year. Love it. Actually,
What's up?
my favorite find that I've
Victory.
of the year for sure.
Victory.
Didn't know it was available on vinyl. Scored it for Christmas. Merry Christmas to me. Yeah, old baby face Jay. He's gonna get carded for his Nicoderm CQ now. Well, since that's what we played, I didn't undo a graphic. Boom, hotkey. Now I figure what we'll do is Steve, give you a chance to talk about your favorite albums of the year and even
Well, I don't have
decade, if
I don't
you
have
got it.
favorite albums of the year.
Just a decade.
Just a decade.
You just did decade. Well,
Yeah.
You went big money.
Well, I didn't think about the year. I was thinking the decade.
Shane says, "What's up, fiance?"
What's poppin'?
So, tall order. How long did it take you to come up with albums of the decade?
Well, I mean, I kept them to things that I have in my possession. If I liked them enough to go buy them, I figured they would be part of my favorites. So.
Once I kind of narrowed mine down to like, well, wait, we kind of I have a favorite album of the year every year, and so I
Right.
kind of just went back 5 years, and if they're album of the year, they should be kind of favorite of the decade. There were some exceptions in there,
Right.
But
Like what?
like I don't own Black Star of David Bowie, but Steve does, and that's one of the most important records of the decade.
It's not in my list.
Not in your list. It was on my list, even though
And
I
I'll
don't
tell you
own it.
why. But first of all, I'll start with
Okay.
I'll start with one artist that is honorable mention for me. I didn't put him in my top 5, but King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. These two records kind of tied for me in terms of how good they were. They're both awesome, and they're both in that same kind of nonstop trippy psychedelic rush thing that they do so well. And this is Nonagon Infinity and In Your Mind Fuzz. Yeah, I'm In Your Mind Fuzz. And these are both really good records.
And the Mind Fuzz is one I got the kid for Christmas.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good for you. Good choice. Can't go wrong.
Don't forget if you have any doubles.
So this one's 2016, and I think this one was earlier than that. But I don't know. So
Yeah, I think it was.
honorable mention,
One was
King
August
Gizzard.
2016, one was September 2016.
I'm since they started putting out records back in 2012 or whenever it was, they probably put out 20 records by now. So I,
They did,
I don't
no, they
know.
did 13 in 1 year, didn't they? What
No,
is
they
it?
did 7 in 1 year.
7 in 1
In
year.
2017, I think it was. And so the Claypool Lennon Delirium, and I was torn between this one, which is the second one they put out, South of Reality, and the Monolith of Phobos, which is lovely, and I love it.
Which one's first? This
The
first
Monolith of Phobos is
one?
first.
When did this one come out?
This one came out
That's
last
this
year.
This like 2019, right?
2019, yes it did. Record of the year.
Yeah.
Bam.
I put my number 5. What did I put that King Gizzard on my top?
Sure.
The one that's metally sounding.
Yeah, Rat's Nest.
If I'd have thought about it, I would have probably put this in front of that.
But
It's a
I
better
don't know. I haven't listened to this one as much as I've listened to Monolith of Phobos. But I think people do prefer this one over that one. I don't know why.
It's a
but
great record.
It's a great
I mean,
record.
we listened to it earlier. It's fantastic.
So this was in the what we played, but I pulled it back to show part of my top 5. So this one is in the top 5. Another one that came out in the 2010s is a Beatles record called Love.
Oh yeah.
You know what? No, it didn't.
Oh,
Oh no.
Why did? Okay, it says it comes out in 2006.
I told you he was a liar.
Okay, so I tried to do my homework, but let's just not even talk about it.
No audio.
All right.
Wrong years. This is a banner show.
So I didn't choose Black Star because David Bowie did a better album in the 2010s, and it's The Next Day. This is 2013, and it's a better album than Black Star. Black Star's great, but Black Star was an event.
That was what I said.
Black Star was an event. The motherfucker died on the release. So.
Well, what I said last week was one of the moments of the decade for me,
But-
music-wise, is putting that on, and the first line of
Right,
the album,
right.
"Look up here, man, I'm in heaven."
Yep.
Was like, what the fuck
Sure.
just happened? That really superseded.
But I think
music.
100 years from now, when no one saw that and no one knew that, you put those two records on, this one stands out to me
Great record.
as a great record. That's kind of a throwback to his, the Berlin days, the Berlin years with Brian Eno
The cocaine
and Robert
days.
Fripp, and well, sure. But this is a really good record. Yeah. So
Aaron says, "Show is ruined. Start over."
okay.
I don't think I'd make it, brother.
For me,
brother.
Is This the Life We Really Want by Roger Waters.
Oh yeah.
2018, I think. Saw him in concert, and
Yeah.
2017 is when the album came out. Can't say enough about this record. It's as close to Pink Floyd as anybody has gotten since the breakup of the original. Well, not the original, but the four that we all know and love.
And hell of a stage show for this thing,
And
wasn't
a
it?
hell of a show. Yeah, really good.
Had a lot of ins and outs and what have you.
The show I saw was actually called the Us and Them tour, but there was a lot of this in there from that tour. Yeah, and I didn't get it till more recently when I saw a movie that used this same style. This is all redacted stuff that someone's taken a black pen
Oh,
and
yeah.
crossed out so you can't read what it
CIA
says.
kind of shit.
Yeah, yeah. Last but not least, the John Coltrane, the Lost album from 2018.
I did the other one on my list.
Well, you did the more recent one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this was the first one that came out, and after all these years, that there's a John Coltrane. Now you're going to find one every year, apparently. But this was the first one that came out after a long, long time of there not being anything from John Coltrane. This is the deluxe one that came out that has some other outtakes of some of the songs that are on the.
Should have both of those, and I just
on the
don't
album.
because I'm cheap and lazy.
So that's it. Those are my top 4, I guess, because one of them's from 2006.
I was going to put Nevermind on my list, but Kappa.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. This is all you. I want to see some Dig of the Week shit.
Oh yeah.
Did you bring stuff from overseas?
I got Christmas.
Did you bring some overseas records?
I brought some overseas records.
Oh.
And my Christmas presents.
Ooh, okay. I like where this is going.
Let's do overseas first.
Okay. I was joking. You really got overseas stuff?
Yeah, I one day I looked on the map and I did a little Google search, and I wasn't going to go digging for records, but then I noticed that our good friend Ragnar went to Antwerp, somewhere, Belgium.
Yeah.
No.
Denmark?
Somewhere. Denmark.
Wasn't
Maybe?
it Denmark?
Well,
Yeah.
somewhere. He went somewhere and he went digging. I was like, well, damn it, he's traveling, he's digging. I should do some, try to find something. I had a little time, or I had some time, freedom to run around. So in Guatemala City, I did a little Google search. There was a record store, not too close, but not too far away.
Close
I figured
enough.
it's within striking distance. So I hoofed it down there. I could have gotten a taxi, but I decided to walk. And
Should have got a rickshaw.
it was a good walk. But I found it. I had to ask directions a couple of times, and it's another thing I wish I had brushed up on my Spanish. But I was able to stumble through and get directions and buy things. And found this place called Discos. I got a card.
Crib notes.
Hold on. What's it called? Central.
Di Serono on the rocks.
Disco Centro. Gran Centro Comercial Zona 4. Everything's in zones in Guatemala City, by the way.
Weird.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good point. Shane mentioned he picked up Soft Bulletin today at Barnes & Noble for 50% off. If you guys don't know, I
Yeah.
don't know how long that sale goes on, but if you're close to a Barnes & Noble, all the vinyl is 50, or a lot of the vinyl is 50% off.
I'm
Which
kind
is
of
nuts.
pissed. I'm kind of pissed they do it now because I don't have any money.
That's pretty nice.
I wish there's a lot at Barnes & Noble I'd like to go in there and buy, but so I was really looking for
A mustache.
Guatemalan, something Central American music, and they had some
Like
stuff.
Iowa.
Like what?
Iowa.
What I was really looking for, and I did a search before, was like Central American prog. That there is some out there, but it's really hard to find, and this place had none.
I would figure they would have a psych scene from the 60s, maybe early 70s, maybe.
Well, they did catch on to the prog scene, but as prog died, everything died, around the world in terms of that scene. So.
Cumbre.
But I did find this. There was some, traditional Guatemalan music, and I guess the marimba is very one of the things they do a lot with in Guatemala. I found this marimba album called Fuerza Aérea Guatemalteca, which happens to be the Guatemalan Air Force Guatemalan.
Huh.
So it's the Guatemalan Air Force marimba band.
Huh. Nice.
And
Get that bug off of there. But
so
that's
it's
pretty
them,
cool.
and it's them flying over a couple of those volcanoes I was telling you about.
So I'd imagine for us that this would be a dollar record. What did that equate to down there?
Dude,
Not dollar
I'm going
records.
to tell you right now, Guatemala is not a great place to buy records because everything seemed to be overpriced. And everything's in quetzales too, so you have to do your math in your head. If there's $7.7 to a quetzal,
Weird.
do the math. It's
Shane asked if the owner spoke English.
Nope,
No English.
no English. But everybody's so
Persona
nice.
non grata.
And they can tell when I'm struggling, they don't mind turning around showing me the monitor to see what the fuck the price was, I did find this Nat King Cole record called Nat King Cole Espanol.
Huh.
Actually, I had 2 Nat King Cole records because what I like about this is he did a tour in Central and South America, and he actually recorded all these songs in Spanish. So he did a couple of albums in Spanish. Nat King Cole sings in Spanish, the language of his heart, to music recorded in romantic old Havana by Cuba's leading conductor. So, it's nice to hear him, give his little touch to some his classics, like Perhaps, but done in Spanish. So it's Quizás.
Chances are on there?
No. So anyway, I had 2, and I decided to put one back, and this is the one I kept.
Michael Cron says, you had that with you and you didn't play us any marimbas? Cron's a fan.
Last but not least, I bought this one knowing it probably what it was, but it's just kind of quirky and neat. It's the Beatles, Volume 3.
Whoa, the hell?
It's a compilation, but it's a Mexican press. So it's all the titles are in Spanish, but it's not. They don't sing in Spanish, sadly. I wish they did.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
El diablo en su corazón. So, this came out in 1970, I think. But it's got a lot of their older stuff, like No puedes hacer eso, and Hay un lugar, todo lo
Some of my
que
favorites.
tengo que hacer.
Shane wanted to know if they gave you the business about bringing records back at all.
No.
Not
I
like the
just put-
sodas.
Not like the sodas. No, I just put them in my my luggage.
Don't drive or fly?
Somebody asked that. We flew, strangely enough.
Took a boat.
So those were my 3. I just got 3 records because the prices were stupid. They really were. And the American records, I am not going to go to any other country and buy a record I could buy here for
Well, that's-
$1.
Cron was just giving you the business. It goes to a foreign country, buys Beatles album.
Well, but
yeah, that's
it's
pretty
unique
cool,
though. It's unique.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Was it Guatemalan press? I missed it.
It's a Mexican press. Yeah.
That means it's got made with real sugar.
Azúcar. So let's talk about Christmas. Actually, I got some of these today because I got one of my Christmas presents was a gift card a gift certificate to Underdog.
Oh, very cool.
So I spent a little time in there today, and I got some little gems. First of all, another King Gizzard album. This one I see in there a lot, and I decided to buy it.
You didn't own this one?
Nope, Paper Mache Dream Balloon.
That may be the first one I ever heard, actually.
Might be. 2015. It's not as like it's trippy, kind of folky trippy, but I do believe, I could be wrong, but
I do shine in my pants.
next, let's talk about the Flaming Lips. This is called Oh My God. Oh My God, the Flaming Lips. I think it's their first album.
Really? Huh.
You haven't seen that before?
I don't know this. Like, you talking about it's probably like 86, 87 then? I'll put you on the spot. That's all right. Because Soft Bulletin's what?
87.
Okay, look at me. I know music albums. People tell me stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is their first album. Somebody can correct me. I'm sure they will. If not.
Whoa! Aaron Griffin with a $30 donation. Happy birthday, Mikey. Take this money and use it for a record. Dude, thank you so much, Aaron. You're a maniac. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tell you what, I'll take a sip of whiskey for you. I'm not going to do a shot, but I'll take a sip of some nice bourbon. What's that bourbon called? I forgot the name of it.
Woodcock?
Woodford Reserve.
Woodcock.
This is Woodford Reserve. I'm doing on the little grown man Woodford Reserve sippy here.
John Woodcock?
Thank you, baby.
I didn't have this record, and it's a nice HQ 180 mono.
I've got this, but it's in bad shape.
Sketches of Spain. Was glad to pick that up.
Yeah.
I know it's one of Boss Man's favorite albums.
It very much is, yeah. Got a nice birthday text from he and the missus today, actually.
Yeah.
What'd they say?
Happy birthday. Oh, look what you got. I saw it.
Oh, this is the only used record I got today. This is what actually sent me running down there real quick because I saw it. He had showed it in his little video, which is the Dave Pike set, Infrared. Which
yeah, dude.
Only reason I know of this record is because Mike's had it for years and years.
My cover's a little different.
It's one of your oldest
Yeah.
digs that you got, and
Wow.
it does say it has Jonathan does say it has some surface noise, but this record sells for $50, and I got it for 50.
Seriously?
I got it for 15. Yeah.
Dude, I think I paid $8 for mine
VG copies sell for 50 plus.
at the place Jonathan used to work.
This is a
actually.
great record.
Oh, if you've never heard this, Dave Pike's Infrared, check it out.
we used to play it a lot on the show.
Yeah, it's quintessential Grown Man Record Night material. Man, that blows my mind about. But I think mine's a little. Maybe I'm seeing funny. I think yours seems a little more purple than mine. Mine's a little more like violet red.
No, I think yours is that same kind of weird
Okay.
pinkish color. Last but not least, this is one I did get on Christmas Day, or not on Christmas Day. We opened presents Saturday before Christmas for the trip. And we talked about this weeks before.
Yep.
Was really glad to get one of these King Crimson, first time on vinyl. This is Thrak, which is one of the better of that double, what do they call it, the double combo or the double, I forget what they call it.
Upside down Flint Rebel double bubble
Double
cake.
quartet, maybe? Double trio. Anyway, there's two drummers, Pat Mostoletto and Bill Bruford. This is the tour I saw in L.A. when I went to see Jack in '96, I think it was, or '95.
I've listened to Thrak digitally quite a bit, but I'm not as familiar with this one as I am a lot of the other Crimson stuff.
It had more of their like single releases than any other of their albums, which doesn't mean a lot for them because they were never a pop band and
Sure.
on the singles charts kind of thing. But this is a cool reissue because it has also not only Thrak but everything that was on Vroom, which was like a
What's the deal with Vroom?
Vroom had some stuff on it that wasn't on Thrak, but it was very related to Thrak. It was recorded at the same time.
Same session stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So,
Right on. Yeah, that's a banger. I mean, I'm sure that sounds good. Have you listened to it yet?
Yeah, I listened to it once.
Sound good?
Great.
Yeah, I would imagine that's. Is that all your digs?
That was it.
Boom. All right.
Went through them pretty quick.
Yeah, that's not bad. Let's take us a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to tell you what my soda and chip of the year are, and you're not going to want to miss that. And then don't forget, folks. After that, we got a special treat courtesy of our good buddy Aaron Griffin. The best of 2019. We're going to end the show with.
And we got chips and soda from Guatemala.
And chips and soda from Guatemala. So stay tuned. We'll be right back here in just a minute or two here on an all new Grown Man Record Night.
Invert switchblade to jet mode. Surprise, Matt Tracker. It's mayhem. Battle station. Protect the decoder, Bruce. I'm going up. Stacks ready to fire.
Mask, Switchblade, Thunderhawk, and Rhino.
Fire!
Each sold separately with action figure.
Cover me, Matt. 10-4. Sato's getting away. But you're not, Mayhem.
Mask, Switchblade, Thunderhawk, and Rhino. Each sold separately. New from Kenner.
Laser tag. It's harder than ever from Worlds of Wonder.
Simple, easy, basic. Add a little push and pull. Windmill or the spin maneuver. Or the figure 8 move. We got what we call the roll. Devil stick. Accept no invitation.
What it is, kids. The original Harvey Freeman Devil Sticks by Panax Consumer Products.
Boom. We're back.
We're back.
Told you it wouldn't take just a second. Y'all don't listen to nothing. I'm not getting excited.
We're not wasting time.
Not wasting time. Bring a bug up. Boom. Wait a minute. Why don't we just say who's joining us? Who's here tonight? Who's here tonight?
Roll call.
Robot roll call.
Yeah. Cambot.
Suddenly
Crow.
Apparently I'm worse off than I thought. I couldn't remember what your name is, Steve. So, well, yeah, Pat's dog. How about that Pat's Dogs commercial? You had that mask, right? Shame, you were into Mask, bro? I'm still into Mask. I watch Mask cartoons about every Saturday morning. Actually, I watched Brave Star last week. But yeah, I'm a big Mask guy. We'll talk about it. I had that truck too. All right. Boom. Let's get into Soda Speak. Now, we've got a soda for this week, Steve, you brought from overseas.
You want to talk about your soda first?
But, yeah, I will say, did you have something that stuck out in your head
Yeah.
for sodas?
Yeah, I do. Because someone brought it up the other day when I had a discussion with a workmate about a soda you can get at a local restaurant.
Oh.
And we did it on the show, and it was amazing. And it blew all of our minds. You
tell me yours.
I will try to remember what it was.
Okay. This ought to be funny.
It was from that Peruvian chicken place, Viva Chicken.
Okay.
And it was called, oh fuck. What was your favorite soda?
My favorite soda of the year that also blew all of our minds, and I actually had Steve had accidentally left an extra one over here, and I drank it over Christmas break, and I was like, you know what? This is my soda of the year, hands down.
What was it?
Boom. Ski.
Oh yeah,
Ski.
Ski was good.
Ski is an amazing soda.
Ski might be the best.
For my money, this is the soda of the year right here. I know this is Inca Cola. Steve.
Inca Cola. That was
Aaron
it.
Griffin to the rescue.
It's like a cream soda.
Dude's funding the show, making videos, and coming up with answers we can't come up with. Jesus Christ. Ski soda is for folks down here in the South. Although this is from Tennessee. This is owned by the
it's the double cola.
Double cola
Yep,
folks.
Yeah.
Pure cane sugar.
Did we ever end up doing the double cola?
I don't remember.
I think we did because it's not in my fridge anymore.
This tastes a lot like Sundrop.
Yeah.
For folks here in the South that know what Sundrop is, it's got some fruit juice in it. It tastes like it just has a hint of fruit juice and a shit ton of caffeine. Like this is like Coca-Cola is like 35 milligrams of caffeine. This is 70. Mountain Dew is 60. Mountain Dew's 55. And everybody's like, oh, drink too much Mountain Dew, 55. This is 70. So this is some big time caffeine for your butt. And just a great tasting soda. Really crisp and refreshing. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, Ski was great.
And you're saying you want to yeah.
So in Guatemala, I picked up one soda, and then I was going to go out and shop, and I got sick, so I didn't go out and shop. I was hoping to go to a supermercado, but I usually would hit bodegas, and they didn't have really what I was looking for. But I did pick up this orange soda called Mirinda.
And yes, Michael Cron, the graphic design on the Ski is top notch. I love that retro design.
Yeah. I was trying to find things that were actually from Guatemala because a lot of stuff is from other countries, but
yes, a lot of stuff is from other countries, Steve.
Shut up. I believe this is a Guatemalan soda. Of course, it's an orange soda, naranjada.
Persona non grata. I've already made that joke.
And I love the labeling. Looks great. I'm excited to try it.
I taste a little bit of wharf rat. No, that's good.
That's good.
That, man, that's more genuine orange than any orange soda around.
Very
here.
orangey.
Yeah, that tastes more like an actual orange, whereas Sunkist tastes like, you know, a chemical orange.
I'll tell you
Which
though,
is good, but
down there, so many great like fruit juices and stuff. Every morning I was drinking like papaya, and
guava,
pineapple, and orange.
Guava.
And the orange juice, the regular orange juice that they would bring out to, it tasted so much better than any orange juice I've drank. So
can we grow coffee here?
I don't know that we can.
Is our soil not fertile enough?
I thought about that because you know,
I'd love to grow
Antigua. When you
coffee.
go to Starbucks, one of the coffees that they sell is Antigua coffee from that region of Guatemala. It's Guatemalan coffee, and I was thought like, you can't bring a plant back because customs won't let you do that.
Right.
But I always wondered, could we grow coffee? Could we grow coffee here?
Aaron said maybe that's what gave you the squirts.
I'm thinking it was we went and had the first night we
A
went.
blue burrito, and I don't know why it gave me the
The
squirts.
first night we went to we found a vegetarian restaurant, which is amazing. And the food was amazing. It was so good. I was fine that night. The next day, we're like, we had vegetarian. Today we're going to eat meat. I found this place called Pappy's, which sells Texas-style barbecue. And it was great. It was really good. I had a brisket.
Come on.
I had brisket, and you know, my daughter had a burger.
Were they
and-
wearing cowboy hats?
No,
Come
no,
on.
no. But it was a really good restaurant. But after that, it all went downhill. So I don't know if it was something at Pappy's or this
My money's on Pappy's.
wooden flute that I bought and I blew into. Maybe there was some.
Oh. That's a partially used flute. You buying used flutes down south? I got a used flute guy down south. If you know what I mean. I still got it, baby.
I did toss that one up there for you.
I need a little layup this evening, so I appreciate it.
So yeah, that was. But here's the deal. So I had 2 other sodas with me.
Right.
But I got them when we finally went through all the bullshit and we were waiting for the plane, waiting to take off. And I got them. There's a nice the Guatemalan airport has really improved since the last 14 years since I was last there. And they had a lot of nice shops. And I bought the jewelry for my daughter. And
They got a Sbarro in there? Or?
But I picked up a couple sodas and I stuck them in my carry-on, not thinking that I wouldn't be able to get them through customs. So I had some sodas that I was bringing. So since they took them away, when I got back here, I went over to Compare Foods just to see if I could find the same sodas. And I found one of them, but I found a ton of cool stuff. So some of the stuff I'm going to be bringing the next few weeks is actually from Compare.
You know, I bought 2 big bags from Compare not long ago.
Yeah. And so
when I made their commercial.
There you go. But all my chips did get through.
You want to? A quick story about
Okay.
airport, and I won't diverge too far here. My story kind of similar to because did you end up chugging the sodas? Did you drink them?
I should have recorded it, but
No, but I mean, did you drink? You didn't just throw them away.
no, I
did
just
you?
threw them away.
Oh fuck. But anyway, I had a similar. I was on a freelance trip. We're all grown here, right? I mean, we're all grown ups. Ain't nobody gonna go run and tell their parents none of this. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody's parents watching, right? Kids in the bed. I was on a freelance trip right out of college, and was coming back home through Reagan Airport. Michael Cron said he went to Compare and bought a Beatles LP. Oh, you fucker. So, anyway, I'd been on this 9-day trip up and down the East Coast, up in Pennsylvania, speaking, and coming back home through Reagan. We're getting ready to fly out. Been on like a 9-day work bender, and drinking and other stuff and whatever. And we're in Reagan Airport, and I look down, and I realized, like, oh, look, man, because we'd have like one more. We were working for R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company.
Sure.
And one more meal and some more beers on R.J. Reynolds. So we sat down, ate some nice food. Legal Brothers seafood. I don't know if you guys ever had that. It's terrific seafood. Pounded some Budweisers, man. Getting ready to get on the plane. I was like, oh, look, man, cute little doggy. Hey, doggy. You know, and I'm like, doggy. Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
In my pocket, my boss, the producer of the trip, had given me, for some reason, Marinol. You guys know what Marinol is?
Is that like a sleep aid?
It's like a synthetic THC pill.
Oh.
Yeah. So I had like 5 of them in my pocket. And I saw dogs. Now, in hindsight, the whole dog thing was like bomb sniffing dogs.
Right. Not drug sniffing.
I'm 22. No, I'm 25.
What year is this?
2002. It was just after 9/11. It was this time of the year, 2002. I'd graduated in December from college. And so...
You weren't working at the station then?
That next month.
Okay.
That next month is when I got hired on as a PA.
Okay.
But, so anyway, I realized I've got all these 5 pills in my pocket. And instead of being like...
What are you, the mule?
Like you did. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to go to federal pound me in the ass prison because I got drugs in an airport. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. Instead of throwing them away like a goddamn adult, what do? So I may have taken 5 Marinol pills in the airport and then gotten on an airplane. May have caused a little bit of a scene on an airplane.
Really?
Well, not a scene. I wasn't waving around a hatchet or anything. But I was speaking in tongues and languages that people couldn't understand. And got back home, like, I'm like going, like on the plane, the guy I'm sitting beside, he's like, hey, dude, chill out, man. Hey, chill out, man. They're going to freak out. You're going to freak the crew out. He's like, just chill out, man. So that was bad enough. And then got home. My girlfriend at the time I'd not seen in however many days I've been gone. He meets me at the airport. You know, it's supposed to be like, oh, my God. And I get off the plane. I can't even speak English. And then she drives me to my parents' house where I was staying at the time. And my parents were like, hey, it's nice to see you. I ain't seen you so long. Tell us about the trip. And I was just like, man, I'll never forget. This is what I said. Because I said something to my parents like, hey, what's the matter? My dad goes, boy, what's the matter with you? And I went, man, I'm just tired, man. I'm tired. Face down right into my bedroom. Slept for 16 hours. Yeah. That's my airport story.
Okay.
Oops, hope FBI ain't listening. All right, let's get on to a chip chat. We wasting enough time. Quit wasting time, Steve. Jesus Christ. So we want to do, let's talk chip of the year here. You have anything in your mind for chip of the year?
Gosh, I didn't really think about this. I figured you'd already done it.
Yeah, well, I was gonna, but...
I know. Chip of the year. Chip of the year.
Now, let me go ahead and give you, this is the one you were actually, the one I picked for chip of the year, you weren't actually here for, to be fairsies. You were gone for this. But the runner-up you were here for, and we all really liked. Boom. Martin's Red Hot.
Those are good.
From our buddy Michael Cron. Hey, these were the different kind of Red Hot chips. They were pretty damn hot, but they had a little bit of this kind of sweet barbecue thing going on.
Yeah.
Really good stuff, man. Martin's out of Thomasville, PA, I believe. But they're all these chips are from the same area. I say all of these because Michael Cron and Mark sent us some terrific Pennsylvania chips. They are that. Let me throw in a little like honorable mention. Not even because it's not chip, but that mustard Mark and his wife sent us.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I think about that shit all the time, man.
Well,
but
that's a little excessive.
But the chip of the year, just hotkey it up. Boom! Oh, I messed it up. Difflebox.
I didn't have that.
New York Deli Deal.
When'd you do that?
This was episode 309.
All right, I don't watch.
Was that
No, 330, 330.
Was that a light deal?
This was a
Sounds like Pennsylvania ruled the
They
roost.
do. They really do rule the world. And it's a kettle chip with this really powdery dill pickle flavor on it. Man, it's just I love a dill chip anyway. These are so freaking good, man. If you find these where you live, or hell, they got them on Amazon. I think you can order them, or from their website you can order them. My mouth's actually watering talking about them. They were so freaking good, man. But I tell you what, like in the perfect world, do a half bag of those, half bag of the Red Hot, shake them up together, get you some of that mustard to dip it in. Oh, honey, hush. But anything stick out in your mind?
Nothing's coming to mind
That's
right
tough,
now.
man. I'll be honest. Last week I was like, yeah, chip of the year. There was one not too long ago where we were.
I can always check the chip sheet.
Well, no, see, that's what I was doing last week. Is that there was one not too long ago, and then Sweet Tea texted. This is how perfect she is with this shit. She sent us a text that was like, the 2 times you guys mentioned chip of the year this year were episode 300
right.
or no 30 something. It's right here. Episode 303, the Martin's Red Hot, and episode 332,
So she gave you the reference.
she gave me the episode numbers. So I could go back and look, and it's like, oh, son of a bitch, there they are. I mean, you ain't gonna count
I
on us.
just thought you had a
that.
big brain on you.
Check out the big brains on bread. All right, well, tell us, you got an actual chip for this evening.
I do.
Tell us about it.
Now I didn't get any chips taken away from me. I brought a bunch of chips back from Guatemala.
Right.
So the first one I picked up while I was there might be the weirdest, and I'm not sure we're gonna like it.
Okay.
But I hope we do. It's actually not a potato chip. It looks like a potato chip, but there's something weird looking about it.
Oh,
it's a yucca, the yucca plant. Now I did see.
They're similar to plantain, right?
They're very similar, but it looked like I saw a guy with a machete, and he had these look like coconuts, and he's like whacking them. And I think they were yucca.
Will this or will this not give us the squirts?
I cannot promise you that. This is a Guatemalan product, though. Grupo Alza. So this is a yuca con barbacoa, so it has the barbacoa flavor.
Oh, very nice.
Going on here.
Let me clean my palate.
Fuente de fibra. I guess it has plenty of fiber.
That's your name, dude.
Esteban Fibra. Steve Fiber.
Jose de Fever.
Good Lord.
Yucca's a root, thinks. Oh, do you have to tear it the
I
kettle
did.
chip way?
It's one of those.
Fair enough.
I did enjoy some plantains while I was down.
I love a plantain now.
But this is the yucca. This is not a
Ain't
plantain.
nothing but baby bananas, baby.
Nothing.
Say.
Like you said, it's a root. It looks like a root, too.
You're a root.
So here's what it looks like. Little broken up little pieces of slices of this yucca plant. Oh, that's better than I thought.
Really good.
Jay, you want to try it?
I'll show it.
Will you show it, please?
You'll like them, Jay. The only thing that's a little different is the texture.
Not greasy at all.
Not greasy. Much more of a coarse texture.
Crunchy.
More of a rugged chip.
Good dip chip.
Good dip chip. The flavor of that barbacoa, that kind of a light barbecue flavor. Very good.
Yeah.
Aaron says he said for years that barbecue place Hershey's in Kernersville should make a chocolate dessert and call it the Hershey Squirt. The marketing practically writes itself.
So I think this is the first time I've had a yucca chip.
It's got to be the first yucca we've done, right?
I'm wondering if we've done one before. I think we might.
Now we've done some plantains.
I thought we might have. I'll have to check the chip sheet.
We'll have to check the chip sheet. Speaking of which, don't forget that updated chip sheet is right below in the description on YouTube. Feel free to click that if you want to check out all the over 600 chips we've done in our 7-year history here on Grown Man Record Night. They're all
It is
right
rather
there.
impressive.
Or if you run across a chip that you don't know that if we've done, maybe you want to send them to us, have us review it on the show. The list is right there, and you can see if we've done it.
Now we haven't done a list of sodas, and you're welcome to start that if you like.
Yeah, if anybody wants to go back and do it, we ain't doing it. Sodas has been more like a, here's what we're drinking tonight. It's kind of like a beer,
No.
It's what we're drinking
Well,
tonight.
we've done good not to make too many repeats.
We've not done many repeats, but
Not many.
sometimes it's like, you know what? I'm having another ski tonight. There's nothing wrong with that. But, all right. I think we've covered a pretty good program here tonight. Done some good stuff. Jay shaved his beard. What else we learned? We learned what gives Steve the squirts.
We're not quite sure what gave me the squirts.
We learned
Guatemalans are nice people.
the Discord. Hey, folks, get up on our Discord. Let me just send you a little link. Boom. Join us on the Discord. We have lots of fun all during the week. All these cats are in here. We're talking music, sharing ideas, recipes, people putting booby pictures. I'm just kidding. We don't do booby pictures unless you got some. It is my birthday. Oh, no, it's not anymore. It's after midnight. Anyway. But, so anyway, we're going to finish this episode off. So you guys stay tuned with the best of 2019, courtesy of our buddy Aaron Griffin. Thanks for everything, Aaron, for your continued support, the donations, the editing, the everything. And, folks, we'll see you next week for another exciting episode, another brand new thing. Wizard One says he learned not to go to airports. That's a good idea, especially if I'm in there with a pocket of Marinol. All right, so let me find it. All right, past the 2019. I'm taking it off studio mode. I'm gonna cue this up, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Hey, what's up, everybody? WWE Hall of Famer, The Godfather here, and you're watching Grown Man Record Night. So let's everybody get aggressive and get on the whole train.
Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist, vodka in my glass, maybe a little twist. Jay's off the mic, Steve's on the can. We spinning records, getting strong, like a grown man.
It's like a hidden orange.
I'm not a part of an amateur organization.
Record night.
This is a fucking pro situation here. And I could have just pissed my pants for $25.
Do people pay for that though?
Oh yeah, they'll pay for anything.
Dude, this was laying under the table.
They don't say please.
Jesus
They don't say
Christ.
please. And
That's good work if you can find it. Shit. I want to picket Bob Seger coming to North Carolina. America's #1 finger. That's terrific.
oh, that's Mitchum.
Neither one of you fuckers got weed in them.
Y'all stupid.
My dick hurts from not pissing on it.
One thing we noticed here on the web, when you're showing our web page on there, which we love it, but I noticed the back tab says Grown Man Record Night.
If they see a penis, they automatically zoom in to penis.
It's been incredible.
Is that butt done?
Thank you, everybody.
Is that butt ready?
From the people that join us live every week. From the
hoping-
people that catch us on the
I was
YouTube
hoping
every
the
week.
show finished.
From the people that catch us every other week on YouTube. Anybody that's ever checked us out for any amount of time, ever, taking any time out of your day to do what we do. It's incredible that you just hung around with us.
Oh, baby. Danny Brubeck on drums.
Old DB. Retroactive. We're like the fucking government.
This ain't, no, it's like church. This ain't church.
Come on! Put it on my tombstone. It was funny to us. How are his balls that far over?
Definitely one of
I
those.
thought they're separated.
They're like, his balls are like in his pocket. Even better, these are keto jalapeno poppers. But I'm looking for like pop. We're trying to celebrate, and Jay brought jalapeno poppers. Steve?
That's a good bit.
That's a good bit?
It's 7.
We'll clip it right there. Going sealed. I already got to pee about it. Oh, you look down.
I saw one thing.
Yep.
Motherfucker!
Oh, here we go. Everybody get loose. Hello, motherfuckers. Banana.
We've never done a banana soda.
We've never done a banana soda.
I'm excited.
What if the what? Have I announced that yet, Jay? You think I've been building up to this shit for 15 minutes for fucking giggles? Right on up there, Steve. We're turning it. We're twisting it. We're making
it hard.
Whoop! Whoop! Belong to the Danes. The hammer is stuck. I can't get the let me pull the button. I'll pull it. There's a button on the side. If you hold that one and pull it down, it's I can't get it's stuck. I like music, but I don't like it served to me on a dick-shaped plate.
A sterile box.
Hold up.
A dick-shaped plate?
Yep, that's what I said. I said dick-shaped plate.
Did you say what I thought you said?
Yeah. And one flea market we frequented almost every week, if not every other week. It was a guy my dad knew from the grocery business, and he was looked like the wizard, like long gray silver beard, long gray silver hair. He's the boiled peanut guy, and he made boiled peanuts every week. And he had this big vat, like a big drum, and he was stirring them. And he had this secret recipe, and I told my dad, I was like 12 years old. I told my dad, I was like, I want to cook boiled peanuts for a living. It's like, that'd be a great, and the old man was like, I'll give you my recipe. I'll teach you how to do it. And I was like, I'd wanted to be a meteorologist my whole life. And all of a sudden I was like, I want to do boiled peanuts for a living. Juxtaposition! Juxtaposition! This tastes like low tide at Omaha Beach. We're licking the tip right now. You like popsicles, Jay?
Yeah.
What's your favorite flavor? I don't care. Yeah, hold it up there for 1.5 seconds, Jay.
He's on the other camera.
I'm not on that camera. That ain't goes right on that.
Show it.
Put it on the one with the light, Jay.
Show it. Show it.
Oh, yeah, I'll show that one. There you go, Jay. That's perfect. That's fucking perfect. We finally hit 500 subs yesterday.
Big stuff, and congratulations.
Woo! What the hell was I talking about?
I don't know.
Come on.
Soda water.
Come on. What was I just talking about? Don't do that to me. No, don't do that to me, Jay. Don't do that to me.
Carlos Beltran, I think was you mentioned
Jesus
Carlos
Christ.
Beltran.
God, this is no help. I was looking to the rundown.
Just run the show back.
How about the toll record?
It's a family size bag, that's for sure.
Yeah, fat fucking family.
To Verizon Wireless, the number you dialed has been changed, disconnected, or is...
Alright. I should buy that number.
Buy it.
Yeah.
What's the number?
1-800-225-1210.
What are you calling?
I just called it.
Well, no, what was it?
Oh, it was the VCR tape company.
Yeah. Also playing LSFC. Look at that shit right there. Guy's got a gun to his head.
That's it. That's me. That's Mike.
That's Mike Miller?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Mike
Jay, get in here!
Jay, get in here! He knows that flyer. He was in the band. Oh my God!
Look what was in the tape. Look what was
That was in that tape.
It was in the tape.
I put it in the tape. Oh my God! Oh my God! I still got a few.
I'm losing my fucking mind! You got to put this on the front. To me, habanero chili does not scream extremely hot. I believe this is out of Florida. There's a sticker up here that says Papamies, Florida. We dare you. Oh Lord, look out! What's happening over there?
No.
This is the most aggressive show ever.
Mike was about to take his shirt off for that chip.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for taking 28 minutes to make it happen.
Put your dollar on my tab.
You're right on it.
hotkey is only.
You're on the mic! Get on the mic, Jake!
You know, actually, hotkey season starts in like 3 weeks.
Okay, put the mic back down. Choose! Because we're wearing cowboy hats.
That's
so
right.
I can shoot off the hip. Choose!
Howdy, folks.
Look at Steve calling from King
you're-
Crimson.
I think you're losing on me.
Get your mic, you gotta get your mic closer.
So I'm on Broadway in downtown Nashville.
What? Excuse me.
Oh, Lord.
You're watching Grown Man. What the other thing? What?
You're watching Grown Man Record Night.
Oh, yeah. The Grown Man Record Day. Right here. 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 Record Day.
Probably within the next 15 seconds. This is up for a long time.
Freeze right there.
And you take the long jump. You do the long jump.
You have a green
I
ball.
can't freeze. I got
Green
the
ball.
shakes.
Okay.
I got the shakes.
Everybody chill.
Dude, I got the shakes.
The shakes.
Who are those two people?
Jesus Christ. That's Beaver and Gilbert.
Who's Gilbert?
What? Dude. Get out of
Oh,
my
I
house.
thought it was just Beaver and Eddie. I thought those were the only two people on the show.
No, what? Beaver and Eddie? Jesus Christ. What kind of asshole shit are you talking? This is all asshole talk, Jay.
Eddie Haskell, you know him, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Kent Howard.
What was his
Yeah.
brother? What was it, Beaver's brother's name?
Wally, Tony Dow.
yeah.
We're friends on Facebook. Next question.
Okay.
You're listening to the sports show starring B-Ball Miller and swinging for the fence Jones. Nah. Welcome to the Bone Zone.
Hello,
Hey, who's this?
this is Dan. Who's this?
This is Steve. We got your number, I think, from a
Facebook page?
Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're doing a show called Grown Man Record Night, and we were talking about
Reviewed your album.
which one?
Casket Hunter.
Yeah, Casket Huffer.
All right.
We had given it a first listen, and we were kind of impressed with what we heard. And we were just kind of talking it up. We noticed there was a phone. Someone had mentioned there was a phone number on the Facebook page, so we thought we'd call and just say how much we appreciated it.
Oh, well, I appreciate that.
That was badass, man. Hey, we're live on Twitch and YouTube right now, brother, and we've really enjoyed the record tonight. We got a lot of big metalheads in our chat, and we're really hip into the new Casket Huffer record tonight, and we've been just blown away by it.
That fucking rules.
Yeah, man. Are you guys out on tour right now, or are you kind of homestead, or what's going on with you?
Now we're all just chilling at our jam place.
Hell yeah. That's what we're doing, brother, except we're live on the internet with it.
We decided to put a camera in front of our faces.
That's awesome, man. So, what's the reception been like for this record? Have you guys had a lot of positive reviews and shit?
So far, it's all been good, yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
And where are you guys out of?
Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Nice.
Oh, we're in North Carolina. We're in the Piedmont Triad, Greensboro area of North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah, man. And we do this show where we review vinyl record albums every week. We sit around and listen to records and drink and fucking talk about music and shit. And I know we got a lot of hardcore metalheads in our chat and shit. And this week, this kind of popped up, and I was like, yo, these cats need to know about this shit because this is a pretty hot record.
Well, we fucking appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, man. We're really looking forward to what you guys have coming next. And if you guys ever tour out this way, man, we'll be front and center, baby.
Look us up.
We totally will, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, thanks a
Hell
lot.
yeah, brother.
Sorry, my message was probably real. My message was probably real confusing. I'm sure it was.
We've been drinking tequila, so you know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Hey, y'all keep on rocking, okay?
All right, man. You have a great night.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That was pretty cool.
Yeah! Content is king. Content is king. Content is king. Content is king.
It's
probably time to get into a little dig of the week action. Now, I didn't buy anything. I spent a little money this week. Had some other obligations I needed to take care of. Some grown man stuff I had to take care of.
Oh.
So record albums were not in the picture this week, I'll be honest with you. I considered it. I thought better of it because I knew that it was probably not the best move for me to make this week. And I knew Steve had some digs, so I figured we would piggyback off of what Steve had for this week. Thought my hair's sticking up. What's that?
I got 8.
8.
How many you got?
I got nothing. What did I just say? What is this? Me and the girlfriend got engaged at the Tool concert.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So it's...
Well, there's love in the air because on your show, the wife and I got married.
That's true.
On your show.
As a Dudist priest.
As a Dudist priest.
I was able to perform the ceremony. So, yeah. So we're getting married. Like 100%. I'm real excited about it.
Man.
Grown man moves for grown man people.
$50, fill it up.
Yeah, fill it up.
I was blowing leaves to the curb.
Whoa. What's when's old Leaves coming back into town? What? Joke time! If you're a time traveler,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Time traveler, and you wanted. If you're a time traveler and you wanted to send yourself a message to yourself back in 1990,
Yeah.
what's the best way of going about doing that?
I have no idea.
I would if you're a time traveler, I'm gonna send a message to you in the 1990s. I would send it on a Michael J. fax.
That looks like a delicatessen.
Baby, the boop, you come and you get the Italian sub, put some dress on the top of it. It's not gonna be good.
Oh my God.
You like a pepperoncini. I put it on top of your sandwich.
That's good.
Your bread is wet, and you don't pay for wet bread.
All right, what are we doing? Oh, we got Chip Chat.
Your bread is wet.
Chip Chat.
Yeah. If you notice, our goal was $500, and we met it, baby. $500 on the nose.
By the way, did you hear about George Michael?
No, is this a joke?
No, his sister died on Christmas Day.
Jesus Christ, Jay.
No, but George Michael died on Christmas Day.
Did he really?
Yeah, his sister died, on Christmas Day.
That's, God, that's awful.
Yeah.
Well, on that uplifting note, let's move on to some other stuff. But no, seriously, folks, couldn't thank you guys enough for participating in that shit last week. Better turnout than ever. I mean, I'm proud of you guys, man. This is that's some big time shit, man. Follow us on the socials, and we'll check you next time on a brand new Grown Man Record Night.